Well, the Philippines export market has been thriving in recent times and continues to thrive, contributing significantly to the country's GDP. A lot of that's thanks to some very clever negotiations and some big deals being done. None more so than that recently, where the Philippines signed a CEPA agreement with the UAE. The UAE signing that trade deal with the Philippines to expand investment and also to reduce trade barriers. It's the latest in a long list of CEPA agreements with the UAE and its near partners. And this one has been celebrated by the huge Filipino community, not just here in the UAE, but across the entirety of the region. To reflect on this one and the significance of this new deal and new partnership, we are now joined by the Trade Commissioner for the Philippines here in the UAE, Vichael Angelo D, who's been kind enough to join us this morning. Vichael, thank you so much indeed for being with us.
Happy to be here, Tom. Thank you so much.
Really kind of you. And the headlines that rang out after this significant signing earlier on this week was the beginning of a new chapter of trade between two very friendly countries that have been had bilateral trades for many years. Is this a new chapter?
Yes, indeed, because for the Philippines, it becomes our gateway to accessing It's our first FTA with any country in the GCC. So it provides us a new era for trade. And the UAE has an outsized potential for us, and vice versa. In the same way, it's for the UAE, it means the Philippines is also a gateway for the ASEAN region of 680 million people.
I mean, with agreements like this, when you always turn to the significance that it means for the respective countries, and I mean, the signing ceremony itself speaks volumes. The fact that the UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, signed the deal along with Philippines President, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. We know that the Philippines First Lady was here as well, negotiating with the Dubai Chamber as well. I mean, when you talk about high delegates for a delegation coming over, that you don't get much higher than the First Man and the First Lady of the Philippines.
Exactly. And it was signed during the sidelines of the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. And we were actually very honored. The International Minister of Trade of the UAE, together with his counterpart, Minister Cristina Roque, signed it in the presence of the two leaders. And it gives the signal of how important this deal is for both countries.
That's not to say, though, Vichael, that there hasn't been trade before. So just give us an idea of what the status quo is at the moment, the trade relationship between the two countries, and how this CEPA agreement is going to enable growth there.
Yes. So right now, actually, total trade is at 1.9 billion. But I don't want to focus on the figure because it's a figure of both leaders recognize that there's unrealized potential. Yeah. And that's why they negotiated and concluded with the signing of this agreement. Because like I said, the Philippines is the gateway, can be the possible gateway. And with the Filipinos here, we've seen proof of concept of how our people can be the catalyst for UAE businesses, both as a market and us as a means of achieving their goals. Not just in the Philippines, which is a market of more than 110 million people, but also in the ASEAN region, which is a region of it's a free trade area in itself of 11 countries.
And I think that's a really clever point to make. You and I can get bogged down in numbers and talk this and export trades and percentages, but when you talk about human talent and talent mobility, and that must be one of the hugest commodities that the Philippines has. One perfect example, I'm from the United Kingdom. Okay, we've got expats all over the world, etc. But expats are usually quite miserable. They get over there and they want to moan about the UK and they want to celebrate the fact that they're somewhere a little bit more optimistic. Every single Filipino I meet is A, very positive about what they're doing here, but B, very positive about their country as well. That is a unique commodity.
Exactly. And I think you living here would have realized it. One anecdote that I realized during this visit of the president, he got to meet the chairman of the MAC. And, a big part of the ice breaking situation was when the chairman of the MAC discussed how he woke up with Filipinos, and the support, the moral boosting was just awesome. And this segued into how the partnership between the Philippines and the MAC will herald a new era for us as we go into hyperscaler territory. We're building data centers with the partnership and support of the UAE, from energy, from companies like Masdar, where we already have a great strategic partnership, and also with know-how and linkages from companies like ADNOC.
Vichael, which sectors do you think will benefit most from this deal?
Well, we're looking at a huge push for services, and trade in goods is always there, but we want to make trade and the potentials for Filipino professionals here as much better than current levels that we already have.
You mentioned there about, this acting as a bridge and opening doors as well to wider markets. Is that the difference with the CEPA when it comes to opening markets to the ASEAN region, but also the other way as well for Filipinos based here in the UAE?
Yes, exactly. It's all about institutionalizing and providing a framework for frictionless trading and for frictionless exchange of investments. So what it means is that in the long term, we provide this framework where there's the regular exchange of trade and investments between the two countries.
This doesn't happen overnight. You know that all too well. But this is a great step forward between the two countries and a signal of intent, if you like. What do you visualize for the next 5 years? What's the vision for you and the rest of the Trade Commission here in the UAE?
Well, we're pretty much excited about the next steps ahead. In the next 5 years, the vision really is to more than double or triple the existing levels of trade and investments. And, in the medium term, in the coming weeks for Gulf Food, this is going to be our biggest presence yet ever. We're there every year, but the Gulf Food in Expo City will have our biggest pavilion yet. And then in April, the annual investment meeting is coming to Dubai, and we hope to have a major presence and a big delegation there. So these are just some of the things that we're looking forward to.
Really exciting times, Vichael. Congratulations to you and all your team. I know that you've been working tirelessly behind the scenes to get this one over the line. So congratulations to you and all those involved in the deal. Thank you so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you, Tom.
That is Vichael Angelo D, Trade Commissioner for the Philippines here in the UAE, speaking to us live here on the Business Breakfast.